Please tell me you guys can hear me. That's like the main thing I kind of need to know. At least if my audio is working. Just making sure I'm audible, right? Or you can hear me at least. Okay, so this one is, well, like I said, I'm doing this one currently in through school. Where is it? I if I'll still get an A on it if I don't. Okay, I'm gonna give my name and everything in my other video, so that's technically not needed. Start my timer. So my timer's going. Okay, well now my timer's going. Okay. I'm off at like 2 minutes, so I'll just remove 2 minutes from my watch. So I'm aware I've kind of been like beating a dead horse here, or whatever the hell that stupid saying is, whatever. But yeah, me and the one dude who, well, I'm assuming that Cleaver Beaver guy was obviously connected to him for some stupid reason. Who knows? Yeah, me and the one YouTuber on here that's white but with an Asian name have no connections whatsoever. He's the toxic cancer that I caught out of life at right before the new year, ironically, and I'm kind of laughing at that because that timing was perfect. I could dive right into his whole thing, and that would take several hours. So I hate when my thing cuts out. But yeah, mostly kind of funny. He actually tried to tear me down yesterday and commented. It didn't really work. It was more like I commented, and he tried to say get out, which I'm sorry. I mean, if you look at the dude, you got to give him credit for at least trying to be a white neo-Nazi. Just throwing that out there. You can at least give him credit for that. I mean, if you cut his hair again, he definitely looks like an Alien Brotherhood member. He'd just be round. I don't think the soldier Barry Dopo would like him either. Sorry. Let's see what else. Okay, I was aiming for like 45 minutes. I feel like this one's gonna be short, and I'm like trying to stay on task too. Okay, so I guess I might as well just call this one more like the difference between me now and the difference between me when I was younger. I guess that's the same concept as the whole psychological profile or analytical. Let's see. It's weird when I know I'm talking to the same person. I think almost half my videos have me just going blank and feeling like I'm taking a test. Well, okay, I guess I can hit this because this is going to be a good thing. I'm only digressing so I can at least have something to talk about. This is finally in session, Facebook-wise, for those who need to know it is, and know it is in a gang or a motorcycle club. I'll clear this up really fast. It will never be that at all, so there's that for those apples, anyways. Let's see. I got everybody kind of connected through the group, at least for the group chat. So they're all kind of acquaintances. When I go visit family next or whatever, I'll be able to get the main group acquainted. So there's that. Let's see. In the last couple of years, I guess I can bring up the fun health bit. In the last few years, I've had at least 9 heart attacks. I'm not including I'm not counting my asthma attacks because that number is huge no matter what. I've had a lot of near-death experiences. Yeah, those are like the main 2 things that this was mainly for, and I'm just throwing that out there now. I'm just not throwing out the rest of the icing on the cake. Let's see. I was trying to talk about now, or okay, I don't even use that app anymore. I'm not subscribed to it anymore. I gotta remove my thing at some point. My birthday's in 3 days. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't care. I don't need no happy birthdays, and I'm not streaming on my birthday. Haha. Nope. Nope. I will Tracy Morgan the hell out of it. Nope. The only good part about my birthday is the fact that that's the night the Greeks broke out of the horse and they went and ransacked Troy. I mean, you got to give Odysseus credit for seeing one of his other I don't know what the hell you'd call somebody from Ithaca. Seeing them carve a horse is just kind of funny because I look back at that now and then I look at the originals where they also had a horse, except it was Klaus had made it for his daughter. A friend helped me look at the good side of it. Like I said, the good news is that the same day, technically, King Agamemnon died. So my favorite dude, the toxic dude who I cut out of my life, that he reminds me of, got killed on my birthday. So, and I stand by this statement. Part of my teacher, fuck King Agamemnon, because if you look at what he did, if it wasn't for him and his wanting greed, whatever, he's not my favorite person in the world. I'm glad Achilles was the one to put a sword through his chest. That's kind of why I busted out the Iliad book and the Odyssey. I'm reading like 5 books right now while writing my own. Yes, when you see me wherever I'm at, I have like all 5 books opened and I'm like literally just chilling with my notebook in my hand. So I'm like trying to jump back and forth between those and that. But yeah, my favorite quote from I'm aware it's the movie version. Is when it's before Achilles fights the big giant ass Greek, or not the I don't even know if he's a Greek or what the hell is he, but the one guy that Brad Pitt's character fights in the start of the movie, where he's late to the show, and I can combine plots and everything, and it works fine for me. John Taylor also read multiple books at the same time too. Just saying. Let's see. Yeah, my favorite line though from I just restarted, or actually this is my first time actually reading the Iliad. I did kind of skim it the first time I bought it, but the funny thing is, around the time that I got the Iliad is the exact same day I got the Odyssey. So, and the funny part about the Odyssey book that I have, it actually does have notes in it. I'm pretty sure from a high schooler, either high schooler or middle schooler. So it's like, oh hey, here, yeah, I don't need this reminder. Thank you. So I could erase those out of this book and make it. Okay, define leisurely. You kind of lost me with that term. Well, pretty much, yeah. The only thing that I actually did read through the first time on looking through the Iliad was mostly just the fight between Hector and Achilles. That's the only fight I cared about. That's because, like we said, or like we seen in the movie, in that Hector thought he killed Achilles. So I agree with the statement of, okay, here, we'll both fight without our helmets or whatever, and we'll do it like men. Although I'm still sending you to hell or to the underworld or whatever, and everybody can know that you thought you killed me to begin with. So I really hope Patrick's deck didn't ever got there. I feel like that's probably what happened. Yeah, that was the only part that I read. It was that, and I read, I think, if memory serves right, the only other part that I read was Thetis trying to talk Achilles out of going to war. So I mean, she did have a point. He would have been basically the Spartacus of the Greeks had he not gone to war. You know, the only reason he went to war in the first place was because Agamemnon sent Odysseus to negotiate. Of course, Odysseus was the one with the wise words of, hey, here, you come over here, whatever, they'll remember us long after we're dead. And it's like, can I point out everybody thought Odysseus died too? Like, it took him 10 years to get home. At least it was either 10 or an extra 5 on top of the 10-year war of Troy, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. Why the hell is 10 years? And honestly, it wasn't all over a woman. I will clarify that now. That's like the only part about history that annoys the F out of me. Yes, Agamemnon's brother obviously wanted his wife back so he could kill her, but it's like they just made Greece an ally to the Trojans, and then if you look at it, basically the Trojans had allied with the Greeks, and then Agamemnon seen it as an opportunity for him to acquire Troy by obviously, okay, here they took my brother's wife. I can use that as a power grab and get the entire world, which is exactly what was stated in the first whatever, which this is time back into the quote that I'm going into. My favorite quote would have to be when Achilles is getting ready to go fight the one guy or whatever. Originally, Achilles was going to walk away. It's even stated in the Iliad too. He was going to walk away from the fight or whatever, and let both sets of both troops go at it, and it ended up turning into him going, what the hell? He ended up changing his mind after the king was like, hey, you can stop like the slaughter of many people and everything, and okay, that's good too. Damn it, that's not gonna last me. Pretty much, Achilles said, "Imagine a king that would fight his own battles." Well, the guy that I cut out of my life has never fought a single battle in his life. He's never fought at all. I mean, if you include trying to kill me a bunch of times as a whatever, well, yeah. Fail on his end. Several opportunities missed. Just saying. That guy's a lunatic anyways. A good majority of that, the reason I think I keep going back to that is because I'm trying to make sense out of not what happened, but because of the fact that he was using me for so long and the toxic behavior that I put up with. Like I said, he never fought his own battles. The only time he ever fought anybody, it was me, and that was because we were in the middle of a sparring session, and it went from training to an actual fist fight, and I literally knocked him the fuck out. That's probably not my fastest, but it's up there. I mean, I give him credit for choking me. That's like everybody's go-to. Here you go. You're small. We can just choke you out. Me, okay. I like submission, so you're just giving me your arms and your legs used for toys. So, yeah, I landed. Yeah, I didn't land. Yeah, none of my elbows actually ever hit him, but my fist did. That was here. I managed to slip out of him trying to grab me. I caught him with a left hook and a right cross, and then I told him to take his glasses off before the seat didn't. Fun fact. And I caught him with a knee. The knee broke his glasses. While he was going for his glasses, I didn't see that the glasses had been knocked off. I told him to take them out to begin with. And he, as he was bending over to grab those, I'd actually seized the opportunity to get him in a chokehold. And the moment I told him, like, hey, it'll be over with as soon as you tap. It'll be on the. Well, he tapped. And then the moment I went to go let go, he went to go grab me again. And then I actually knocked him the fuck out. This was in front of the guy that bullied me. And even he was like, tiny dude, Jabba the Hutt, how the hell? Okay, I think another reason I keep bringing up the people so much too is because they'll never get to be part of this, and I'm kind of enjoying rubbing it in. My rule state, whatever, and the main reason one guy can't even join is because he's a power hungry fat ass. So, but he was fast though. I give him credit for one key thing that he had, and that was speed. Whereas I was slow and technical, he was fast and brutal. Except his punches never hurt, and everything he ever threw at me never really hurt because I get me liking pain. Yeah, he's the reason behind, like, I think one or two of the rules I gotta fix at some point when I get my word back active. Yeah, I was very calculative. I'm pretty sure that's a word. I'm pretty sure I did not make that up. I'm absolutely sure that is a word. Oh, hello. You didn't miss much. Just ranting about toxicness again and the evil poison that I shouldn't be. I'll be doing the other stream later tonight, and I'm going to try to make that one like 30 minutes. I'm going to try to rush through that one, just so you know. Also, I do recommend kangaroo jerky. I'm sorry. Between kangaroo and gator, I'm torn between the animal that can kick me in the face or the animal that would eat my leg off. Yeah, I'm hooked. And I only got one kangaroo jerky, and it sucks. I'm afraid to eat a camel, though. I do recommend alligator, though. I really want to try an alligator burger now. We're putting an alligator and a crocodile together and just make it a full-on reptile sandwich. I don't even want to know what that would taste like. Because alligator doesn't even have a flavor. I think the word I'm looking for is bland. Yes! Unite the two beings. Why don't they just, even I can't see them hating each other for them being for the reptiles that they are. I feel more like it would be more like they get together and they just spawn hybrids. And then magically one would find an anaconda and be like, okay, here, now we can unite all three groups. In which case, I would run and I'd need a nuke. Wait, what? No, what do you mean they can't? But they're the same body structure. I'm seconding that. So we can have a liger. We can have I'm saying Tion. Yes, I'm aware I said that wrong. But that's not even a word. Agreed. Um. I feel like I just got hit in the face by a dictionary. That hurts. It's a very weird. I don't know how. Okay, that's just. I have no words. Um. Well. Okay. Okay. They left out one thing about the kangaroo one. There's a little bit of cheese in here. If not, then kangaroo just tastes cheesy. Okay, there's no cheese in this, but it tastes like cheese. Okay, I'm confused. Let's see. Okay. This one's more like I said, I kind of double the extra credit. Oh, and the reason I have these going out that way is because the vest that I was trying to have it look like, well, the person whose vest I was trying to have it look like or whatever, there's a folding technique. There's no cheese in this. Hold on. But it tastes like cheese though. Kangaroo, beef, salt, flavorings, citric acid, dextrose, brown sugar, onion, sodium whatever the hell, and sodium nitrate or nitrate. But it tastes like cheese. Like once you get to the center of the jerky, no cheese. It just looks like there's cheese. Okay, I need to put that down before I finish it. Nope, 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 nope. Well, no, I'm not allergic to exotic animals. So you're telling me sugar and acid or the spice? So basically, it's a Powerpuff Girls in the form of cheese. Well, same for what's it? Hold on, I gotta Google something. Give me a second. I really do not want to use my cell phone for this. Tell me what's in them. Okay, so sugar, spice, and everything else that was what made the Powerpuff Girls. I still stand by the statement that the green one's my favorite. Okay, no, dude, I gotta add kangaroo to my list of things that I like. I still need to try Anaconda at some point. If I can. As long as I don't go landing in Wonder Woman's tank. Hey, look, you got a fun fact for the day, or I guess two. Okay, this is for, I'm actually gonna have to tag you in a comment to ask. I'm good. Finally glad I'm not having streaming issues. And I found out my grandpa does the same thing I do with my internet. And he uses his phone as his mobile hotspot or whatever because the internet he has for his computer only runs at, I think, like 55, which I have tested it out. On that note, I'm eating again. I'm sorry. Oh, and I got my like makeshift bracelet put together. One, two, three, four, and then five. Just technically just my meditation beats. I was going to ask, referring to the Iliad or referring to the Odyssey? The only play we ever did, at least when I was in school, was Hamlet. And I still, like I said, I can't die for the life of me. These are used for meditation. These ones are. I even have them on my channel. 1 second. I know it's right beside me. Where the hell did I put it? This is the one that I'm currently on. Even though it's weird, because he did the Odyssey before he did the Iliad. Looking at the backs of them, yeah, he did the second book first. But yeah, these are Buddhist beads, pretty much. And then this came with a Christmas present. That one came with a Christmas present. These two are recently were acquired just because I found them. The only reason I picked them or whatever is because they have my colors in it. And they match my vest. To sort of go with the aesthetic. I'm aware. From this angle, it looks like a big giant spider. Jerk. Of course, it's not gonna. Okay. Just like if I'm messing with it. Okay, you may have to send me a photo of the bracelet. Por favor. No, I'm having. Now I'm having. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. Which way do? Okay, that's far out. There we go. Thank God for tiny wrists. Yeah. The only reason I do not put them on the rings on is because I have really bad luck with jewelry of any kind when it comes to that. Whatever. Okay, yeah, I just got your notification. Yeah, that's on the wrong finger. They look exactly the same. I will email you a photo later of the full bracelet. Full bracelets, because one's black and white and the other one's orange, black, green, purple, and whatever. I'm gonna laugh at the bracelets are almost exactly the same. I'm sorry, I got my appetite back, and I've been on like whatever, screw it. I've been on like a binge spree of food. So I think I'm back eating at least 5,000 a day, or about that, intake wise. I'm back to my fighter diet, or whatever you want to call that. I mean, if you look at the meals I've been eating, all I've been doing is like literally combining meals. I want to ask which of my friends is knocked up, because all I've been eating is pregnant woman food. For the most part. But yeah, I had this, obviously the Odyssey, or the Iliad, and then the one that I actually had to steal back from Mr. Toxic Face was this one. This one was my baby. Okay, my light is gonna annoy the hell out of me when it comes to that. Yeah, I had to steal it back from him or whatever, and what's funny is he never noticed it either until I said it to him when we stopped talking. And of course, his reaction was all, what do you mean you stole it back? I'm like, you weren't going to give it to me unless I gave you the money for the laptop, in which case I technically didn't know anything on, because that was around the time that his grandma crossed me out of the 250 promise, and I only made 50. Yes, I'm aware from my standpoint, I probably shouldn't sound like that, but like I said, I was promised, and you get the idea. It wasn't my fault. So technically, yeah, I was like, okay. The day they were rearranging, he didn't see it at all, and I did it. It was like after they went to bed, I grabbed my book, put it into my bag, and then I think for 4 days, pretty much. And the laptop or the extra laptop that I have, that I'm actually, if I can find a way to get out all my information off of it, I was either going to give it to you or whoever, just to have, because originally it was from my uncle's kids, but they don't even use it. So all I have to do is get it a new battery, and then you should be fine, or whoever should be fine to have it. A few of the keys don't work though, so you'd have to find a way to make the keys work, or if you want, just use it as like, I don't know. Either way, I'm giving that one up. I just gotta pull all my information off of it first and acquire all my photos and such that are on there, because I think I have like 4. That reminds me, I think I'm making sure something quick. Email that I use. Okay, yeah, I did send you the one book that you asked me for. My, I guess, filler kind of one. I guess it's more like a side bloopers, more kind of live than whatever. Mostly me just trying to energize for tonight's stream, which should hopefully only be that one. I might be able to get it in a half hour, because if I didn't already do the intro to 5 and 6, if that's what I have next, then I can just do a quick short intro to that, and then whatever. But yeah, that's the main reason I keep bringing up the Iliad when we're talking or whatever, is because that's the only cool part about my birthday, is that's the day they broke free, and like I said, my favorite king got gutted. So, well, not my favorite king, but my favorite villain in history. As corny as that sounds. Any tests today or no? Or did you finish the one thing you were working on? I'd do it for you if I could. There's my sister's cat meowing. Oh, the Dakota or the step ones. It's fun though. I mean, okay, I suck at math, even though I know it. Now, if it's history, lit, or anything above, yeah, I can somewhat help. Okay, I won't touch those ones. Give me history and I'll be fine. I think honestly that kind of reminds me. There's one scene from it's from the opening of season 2 of Legends of Tomorrow, and that's also on Netflix. Where the new character, whatever, shows up. It's kind of funny because the way he introduces himself when he's talking about like how he knows who the legends and everything. He's talking to Oliver Queen. I've sent you gifts of who that is, and this is when Oliver's mayor for Star City. Well, originally it was Starling City, and from there it went into like he had everything all laid out or whatever, and well, Oliver told him, okay, you have 5 minutes to present whatever it is you're trying to tell me here, whatever. If not, you can get out. Well, halfway through his thing, he's like, I know you're the Green Arrow, and I was like, get out. Like, literally, first thing he says, get out. You know my secret identity. You can get out, leave. And of course, after a second, Oliver was like, wait, what do you mean? Or like, wait, how do you know? And he was like, dude, you were back for 2 weeks, and magically Robin Hood started showing up, putting arrows into people. No, he was only going after the 1% though. So those would be like business executives, corporate bosses, the people who run the stock market. I should have thought about which. Yep. Okay. When I have a bright light behind me, which is the sun, and that is not helping me here, I don't even have best of both. It's more like bright and brighter. Okay, noted. I'm glad I'll be elsewhere later, so I won't have that issue later for streaming. Yeah, he put down at least his father's list was the size of. I have an example, a perfect example, and I can find it. Oh, no, that isn't it. Where the hell did it go? I know I set it up here. One second. Stay. There you are. That's the one I was looking for. I'm back again. The notebook he uses is like this size. Or did they? That's the size of the notebook or whatever that the list is on Arrow. I think I only used one notebook for the list that Bucky had in his. It was a min list for a prop I made for a cosplay. It's funny, I ended up only using it once. And then I changed my mind. I was like, okay, technically I don't need to carry the book with me. Yeah, the fun fact about the list from Arrow is the fact that everyone he targeted or whatever, they were all in on a thing called The Undertaking. That's for season 1. It's like Prime, Arrow, whatever. Yes, these are Malibu's too. I made a makeshift lockout of Malibu's. Even though from here they look like candy. I've been on a building spree. Doing that and trying to keep the plans for the one super mega multi-billion-dollar idea I have. I also got my animal totem like right next to it too, or inside it. If you can look closely, if I can get it angled right. Okay, you're not. You're supposed to be partially through the other ones too. Damn dog, come on. Okay, there we go. That's the problem. Here you can only see the head. If I can see. Okay, now set those back up there. I was gonna ask you, are you a fan of crystals too? Like rocks and all that? I mean, we discussed other stuff, but I'm bringing up some of that ties into the other thing. Okay, that's a yep for crystals, right? Okay, so I got another gift I can find for you then. I'll just call it part 2 to the first one. Okay. That's right, damn it. I'm not bumping it, I swear. Okay. Okay, this is not like me today. Environmental issues. Environmental issues. Okay, that I give you credit for that. Like big thing or I don't, because they actually do sell rocks like that and stuff online that actually help with meditating and that. That's kind of one of the things that I got for I think Christmas as my birthday this year. Except I kind of broke mine down or whatever, and I just realized the company sent me a card with it. But yeah, I put all the stones meant for protection or whatever. They even have their own website too. I might have to send you their link or whatever. I kind of started meditating a lot more too. That and saging like crazy. It's weird. I sleep better after I sage my room, or if I fall asleep during the sage going off, or smoking, whatever, smudging. Yeah, don't know why. I'm just checking to make sure. Okay, I still got 17 minutes left. I definitely will. I'll send you the link, and that I actually added like their meditation playlist or whatever to my YouTube list. Apparently, when you decide to become a creator or whatever, you get a whole lot more storage room. Because otherwise, I should not have been able to make the last 8 playlists I've made on YouTube until I started doing this. You know, I've explained on the thing that I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it just to help motivate and kind of just give an insight on my thing. So, yeah, the one thing I learned from my uncle though, that's like an older brother and everything, he told me when if you're gonna go out and pick sage, you have to give something back. Like his thing is like he'll pull off a little bit of hair, or pull like just a little strand of hair when he pulls sage. But you gotta, or he also prays with it too. I don't really do the praying; it's more just smudging, no headache, and then somehow I'm out cold. So I guess in a way, thank God's for sage, because that's the main thing currently helping me get to sleep, kind of, even if I still make it to like 3 or 4 in the morning. Even though today I was up until I think 8 o'clock this morning, 8 or 9. I mean, I was in and out of the night, but otherwise, yeah, no. Me and sleep don't get along. But yeah, I am definitely planning on still doing that other one tonight. That one should be fast because I actually have the layout for that too. I think because this one's more like it. Like I said, more like bloopers and miscellaneous trivia. Now you see why when I was around, I usually slept until like 12, 1 o'clock. Or if I woke up early enough, I'd eat breakfast or whatever, and then go right back, or eat breakfast, get a few cups of coffee, and then go back to sleep. I don't know why. It's like the coffee was like, okay, here, I'm in your system now. Now you can go to sleep. I will spoil. I'm pretty sure you're in. I'm pretty sure I have a character for you in that. I don't even think it's white. I think it's more the green or whatever. When I was in Colorado or whatever, I actually picked a whole duffel bag's worth of sage and brought it back with me too. I mean, besides all the other things that I did in that, yeah. I had a whole box and I had my whole duffel bag filled with sage too, and it was funny as hell. Because when I got home, the first thing I did was open that bag, and all I got was a very big whiff of sage. Like, you know how when you blow dust off an old book? That's pretty much what it was. Okay, hi, whoever just showed up. Yeah, yes, the sage, yeah, between that and my still favorite life experience is watching a mountain lion and elk, and just watching her stare me down from way down the bottom of the cliff that I shouldn't have walked over to. That also happened in Colorado. I brought that up in the first video. Yeah, I was in the process of recording and my phone died. I did make it subscribers only, so. Message. Well, there was that, and then there was a few times I've seen bears or whatever too, and those like there was one instance I had where while I was there, like I said, I was gone for 3 months. This was around the time that I got back, and I started coming around you guys more. There was that instance of watching the mountain lion and the elk, and her cubs eat that. Yeah, one time you'll ever catch me waving at whatever. So I almost getting shish kebab by an elk or a buck, and then this would have been in front of a pastor because I was the one in front of him. I figured me first, then old guy. And then the couple of grizzlies I seen, it was just babies though, and they didn't have food or anything, and I was able to. I'm just happy I was by a like fruit tree, and I managed to get him like it to fall, and basically I fed the bears, and then one actually tried to follow me back to the YMCA, and I ended up having to like I actually had to call 911 to get a park ranger up to get the bear off of me so it wouldn't come with me. It was an elk and its horns were huge. Okay, bigger than my head. So I guess I'll use my hands as an example of a horn. It was one of the 12 ones. The 12. That might. I think I'll just message you whatever. I'm probably gonna call it good there. I shall return later.